National Treasury and Economic Planning, Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyangala, Permanent Secretary for Higher Education and Research, Honorable Nelson Koech, Chairperson, Parliamentary Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations, Senator Fatuma Dulo, Chairperson, Senate Committee on National Defense and Foreign Relations, Mr. Douglas Kanja, Inspector General of the National Police Service, Mr. Amin Mohammed, Director of Criminal Investigations, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, Deputy Inspector General, APS, Mr. Abdi Ahmed Mahmoud, Secretary CEO, ESCC, Lieutenant General Tarus, Vice Chancellor, NDU, Kenya, Secretary General of the Rwanda National Intelligence and Security Service, Honorable Emebel, the Director General of the State Intelligence Service of Gambia, Honorable Osman Sowe, the Director General of the Uganda External Security Organization, Ambassador Honorable Joseph Ochwet, representatives from partner intelligence services, representatives from partner national security agencies, distinguished members of the Niru Board of Trustees and Council, former Director Generals of the National Intelligence Service, Major General Twalib Mbarak, former CEO, ESCC, Vice Chancellor of Niru, other Vice Chancellors present today, distinguished guests, Niru faculty, staff and graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an honor to join you today during this historical ceremony that marks the first graduation of the newly chartered National Intelligence and Research University, Niru. This occasion stands as a testament to the remarkable strides this institution has made since the award of its charter on 5th November 2025 by Your Excellency. Allow me, therefore, to express deep gratitude to Your Excellency for gracing us with your presence here today. Your attendance builds upon our previous engagement during the chartering of this university, which marked a significant investment in the security, stability, and intellectual sovereignty of our nation and our continent. At this juncture, Your Excellency, allow me to recognize the distinguished members of the Board of Trustees. And Your Excellency, please bear with us because this is the first inaugural graduation of the university. Some of us, I think, we are trying to present our thesis of why this university exists. And we are very honored, Your Excellency, that you've given us this privilege, despite the fact that we have a small graduating class of 31, Your Excellency. But it is the importance that you have placed in this institution, and we are really honored. Please bear with us if we take long to explain the reason behind this and the people behind this, Your Excellency. The distinguished members of the Board of Trustees who have helped bring this mission to fruition are Brigadier Retired Wilson Boynet, Ambassador Dr. Amina Mohammed, Mr. Jan Bonde Nielsen, Professor Makao Mutua, Mrs. Agnes Shikuku, who is the Deputy Director General, Mr. John Sambu, who is the Director of Analysis and Production, and Dr. Agnes Kirui, who is the Secretary to the Board. In addition, Your Excellency, I wish to acknowledge the members of the University Council, which comprises of Honorable Dorcas Odwor, the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. She is not here today, but represented by the Solicitor General. Professor Shaukat Abdurazak, Principal Secretary for who represents the Ministry of Finance, Principal Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning, Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyangala, Principal Secretary for Higher Education and Research, who is with us, Major Retired Omar Marsa, who is the Chair of the Council, Mrs. Habiba Sebi, Director Administration, Mrs. Purity Masekonte, Director Training and Research, and Dr. Agnes Kirui, who represents the board. Indeed, Your Excellency, today's graduation reflects Niru's deliberate commitment to cultivating shared wisdom across sectors, borders, and generations. As the African proverb reminds us, wisdom is not found in one head. Rather, it flourishes where experiences are shared and knowledge is pursued for common purpose. Your Excellency, since the award of the Charter in 2024, we have expanded our academic scope to offer master's programs in counterterrorism, leadership, as well as doctorate in strategic security studies. We have also adopted institutional instruments to guide recruitment, terms of service, and staff retention at Niru, with the aim of ensuring competitiveness and quality education nationally, regionally, and globally. In this regard, we have already witnessed our students becoming better equipped to confront emerging challenges. This has been further enriched by the inclusion of international students to the class of 2026, which comprises of representatives from Burundi, Malawi, Mozambique, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, and finally our very own students from Kenya. Equally significant, Your Excellency, is the Intake 4, now in its first year of study, which comprises students from 21 African countries, with Niru student population now nearing 100 within 1 year. This growth demonstrates the university accelerating continental reach and growing academic appeal. And hopefully in the next graduation, Your Excellency, the numbers are going to grow. Your Excellency, the trajectory Niru has taken is fully aligned with your directives at the award of the Charter. Particularly, your call to strengthen intra-African collaboration in the security realm and to expand Global South capabilities through advanced education and research. The diversity and dynamism reflected in our student body today stands as clear evidence that this vision is already taking root. This year, Your Excellency, Niru intends to extend its footprint further by admitting students from at least 32 African countries. This expansion reflects our unwavering commitment to fully realize our Pan-African vision and mission. In further pursuit of its mandate, the university is undertaking several transformative initiatives. These include the expansion of our physical infrastructure as exemplified by the Loresho campus, where we gather today, which is designed to accommodate our growing faculty, students, and research ambitions. We are also establishing a dedicated language center and developing a science and innovation center to strengthen interdisciplinary excellence. This reflects our determination to place science, innovation, and technology at the heart of our institutional growth in line with our 2024-2029 strategic plan, which affirms our belief that the future of security lies in innovation. Indeed, Africa confronts threats marked by a high degree of randomness, ushering in an era of polycrisis where traditional security threats coexist alongside emerging and often invisible risks. This reality, Your Excellency, compels Africa to develop its homegrown and adaptable solutions. It is within this context that Niru is advancing an Afrocentric approach to intelligence and national security education that situates our scholarship within Africa's historical realities, strategic priorities, and uncertain future aspiration. Such an approach enables us to address threats that erode state legitimacy, weaken public trust, and undermine governance institutions. This range from transnational crime and cyber vulnerabilities to the weaponization of information through disinformation and misinformation, as well as climate change and pandemics. At the same time, Africa must navigate shifting global dynamics characterized by declining multilateralism. The implication is clear, Your Excellency. We must assume full responsibility for our security, our development, and the resilience of our institutions. Outsourcing this priority is no longer viable, if it ever truly was. Only by pulling together as African nations can we overcome the challenges before us. Concurrently, Our continent stands at the center of renewed great power competition, particularly around strategic minerals, critical supply chains, and emerging technologies. The central question before us, Your Excellency, therefore, is how does Africa build a security architecture that enhances collective bargaining power, protects sovereign interests, and promotes cooperation rather than fragmentation? Intelligence and national security leaders are essential to this endeavor. Through shared strategic assessments, trust-based networks, joint education and research, Africa policy makers can anticipate risk, manage competition, and act together. Niru thus stands at the forefront of building this foundation. By shaping the next cadre of intelligence and national security leaders, the university is contributing to the emergence of an African shield, a resilient, cooperative security architecture against evolving security threats. The network formed here will therefore transcend national boundaries and outlast political administrations, strengthening continuity and trust across the continent. This is especially significant given that historical engagement between African intelligence and security agencies often had to be facilitated through Western powers. Such arrangements limited direct collaboration and reinforced structural dependency. And Your Excellency, if I wanted to talk to the DG of Gambia, who was very far, the farthest end of West Africa, I would have to probably look for another Western power to organize that for us. We are saying this is no longer the case, and with such institutions, we are going to build great and better networks that will allow us to coordinate and act swiftly as Africans. As I conclude, Your Excellency, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and University Management, I wish to convey a profound appreciation for your wise counsel, strategic guidance, and steadfast support. Your consistent engagement and emphasis on education reflects your conviction that it is the surest investment in a nation's future strength. To the Cabinet Secretary for Education and the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Administration, the steadfast support and encouragement of your respective ministries have been instrumental in nurturing this institution and steering it to excellence. Distinguished Director Generals from the Gambia, Mr. Osman Sowe, from Rwanda, Mr. Amiabel, and from Uganda, Ambassador Ochwet, as well as representatives of Intelligence Service of Burundi, Malawi, Mozambique, Tanzania, and the Internal Security Organization of Uganda, your presence here today affirms the confidence you have placed in this institution and reinforces Africa's security architecture. We look forward to hosting more of your officers to train alongside us. Their presence enriches our classrooms and deepens our continental bonds and understanding. I also wish to thank the Board of Trustees, the Niru Council, the Vice Chancellor, faculty and staff of Niru. You're the backbone of this organization. This achievement is because of your diligence, professionalism, and unwavering dedication. To the families and friends of our graduates, we thank you. Your support has been the quiet force behind this achievement. And now to the graduates, you enter a profession where integrity is not optional, it is foundational. The threats you confront will evolve in complexity and scale. The moral choices you face will test your character. I urge you to stand firm, to operate within the rule of law, and to remain loyal to the people you serve. As you cross this threshold, you do so not merely as graduates, but as custodians of trust and guardians of Africa's destiny. The future of our continent will not be shaped by chance, but by principled leaders who choose duty over comfort and nation over self. May you be counted among them. Congratulations.